No, I get him or her and I go, How are you, my internet family, and welcome back for another video featuring my little sister, Jessie B.
Hello!
And the two of us on both of our channels talk quite regularly about relationships and love and dating, heartbreak, all these things. And I think because of this, we both receive questions regularly from our viewers on these subjects. And I'm going to let my little sister read out this one I got recently on Instagram.
This is a really good question. So basically we're going to be talking, like what we're going to be talking about today is like answering this question pretty much.
We both love doing Q&As, but today's video we're honing in on one question because we wanted to like dive right into the depths
of this question.
And it's all about what constitutes cheating, what would we consider cheating, and we're going to just kind of all try and discuss this, so feel free to get involved in the comments with your stories and your experiences.
Have a little chat about cheating. So the question is, can you and your sister please make a collab talking about your views on cheating and micro-cheating? What you both consider to be cheating in relationships? If you have different views, any cheating experiences you have had, if it was you cheating or an ex, it would be so interesting and helpful as I currently don't know where the line is in my relationship.
Yeah.
We just dive right on in.
Let's just dive right on in. I think we should take a moment first to listen to the genius that is Esther Perel. So just take this in.
Take a moment.
And when we say infidelity, what exactly do we mean? Is it a hookup, a love story, paid sex, a chat room, a massage with happy endings? Why do we think that men cheat out of boredom and fear of intimacy, but women cheat out of loneliness and hunger for intimacy? And is an affair always the end of a relationship?
So Esther in her TED Talk makes a really important point that the definition of cheating keeps on expanding with time as the world is changing.
So true.
So, you know, is it sexting? Is it staying secretly active on dating apps and even just checking in on them every now and then? Watching porn? Like, there's no universally agreed upon definition of what cheating is, but I kind of want to maybe kind of compare and contrast our experiences and opinions a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So Jessie is going on 21.
Yes.
I'm going on 30, and the two of us have had long-term relationships before. I'm currently in a relationship and Jessie is not. In your head, because you have talked a lot about the experience of being cheated on online, when you say, I hate cheaters, I can't stand cheating, I don't tolerate cheating, like, what do you mean when you say that?
Well, to me, my opinion, and again, as you say, everybody's definition of cheating is so different. So I would say, obviously, like, physically cheating, well, that's a given. Like, if you're kissing somebody or you sleep with somebody, or that's a given, right? I also feel like, you know, I don't think watching porn is cheating. I would say going on dating apps, I think that's cheating. Yeah. I think when you have to do anything where you're like hiding it from the other person, like that's the beginning of cheating. And I also feel like an emotional connection is also cheating. Like I feel like nearly emotional connection with somebody else is nearly even worse than a physical, you know, once-off type thing, because, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and in your experience when you were cheated on in the past, was it physical cheating that they weren't telling you about? Was it emotional cheating?
Yeah, it was. Well, physical cheating happened. Also, like, going on dating apps and just being on all of the dating apps under the sun and hiding it from me.
Yeah.
I don't know for 100% if there was, like, an emotional cheating, but, like, with one of my ex-boyfriends, I feel like there could have been.
Okay.
But, like, a certain somebody. But I'm not positive about that. But what I am positive about is the physical and then, like, the dating apps thing. So what would you consider to be cheating?
Well, I don't know. This is how I feel about it. I think it's up to individuals in every relationship to define that for themselves.
Set standards for each other,
because I know some people who, like, both of them would go insane if the other, say, watched porn and masturbated, or if they kind of were even private messaging someone. For me, and in my relationship currently, we kind of near the beginning made a pact almost to just be extremely honest about our attractions to other people and all that kind of thing. Going back to what you asked me, to me, what I'd consider cheating, the main thing is the secretive nature of it, like not telling me about it. Because if my partner had a sexual attraction to someone else, or even like, I don't know, just a bond with someone, which you can't really control.
No.
And if he had that and was even acting on it, like going for coffee with some girl that he was, you know, and not telling me about it, that would shatter me. It would shatter me.
I feel like it's the same with me. Like, it's definitely like the secrecy of it all. Like, because that's what, like, in my past relationships, it's like, you know, because they could say, I'm not lying to you, but yes, but you're also hiding stuff from me. Like, because it's like, I'm not going to sit there, like, every time. It's like, so have you gone on for coffee with
you don't
like,
ask these things.
You don't ask. And if you're asking them things, you obviously don't trust them. But I feel like it's once you start hiding anything.
Trust is such an important pillar of a relationship.
I think it's the most important.
Yeah, trust and respect, like those two things, if they're not there, it just makes the relationship so difficult and kind of uphill. It's really interesting though, because I have watched quite a lot of videos about this in the past. I also had been cheated on in the past, mainly in my first relationship, and it was at an age where it was really unhealthy, so we would always check each other's phones and that kind of thing, and that's usually how I would find out. If I hadn't have checked, I never would have. Even people would say things, though, friends would kind of comment on it, and I just never wanted to believe them. Like, he would convince me that they're all full of crap and stuff. But I, like, going forward in my life, I was like, no, I'm not going to go out with someone if I get vibes that anything was going on. It is really interesting though, because dating nowadays is not at all what it used to be in the past. Not only because there's so much choice now, like, and people have this imaginary endless buffet of people because they can you can go on an app and you can just
all night and all day long, and it's like,
how regularly does that translate into actual real sex or dates? Not much.
I feel like it's dangerous because people go on these sites and they're like, I could be with any one of these people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I have so much choice, but whereas like back in the day there wasn't choice. Like, it's like,
they don't have so much choice.
No, but I know, but people in their brains, that's how it's programming.
Perceived choice
in the brain.
Mainly what I mean is, back in the day, the main function of marriage wasn't romantic. You know what I mean? People didn't really marry for love. It was more, you know, raising a family, and kind of adultery has always existed. It has always been a thing. So that's why I'm very into kind of open communication in a relationship. Like, I know that you can be extremely like bonded to one person and monogamous, but it doesn't mean, to me anyway, it doesn't mean that if that person happens to have like a flirtatious interaction, that they're not in love with their partner. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, in my head anyway, there's different levels of flirting. Because this is the thing, like do you consider flirting to be cheating? Like, I think it depends on what level of flirting.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's the type of flirting that you can't control, where you just have a lot of physical chemistry and eye contact with someone. But the way I feel about that is, if I have that with someone, or if my partner had that with someone, to just respect the relationship enough to not put yourself in the situation around that person. Yeah, but I also
feel like in regards flirting, like, it's very, like, a lot of the time people could be flirting without even realising they're flirting. So it definitely degrees on like what kind of level of flirting it is.
Because it's a natural human thing. And flirting is a really good thing. Like, you know, sometimes you go into like a shop. Sometimes I'm in the queue around the supermarket, and I'll see, you know, one of the cashier ladies, like one of the girls at the tills, and like someone they'll be serving, like they're having a little flirty banter, and then the other person like walks over to their spouse or whatever. That kind of stuff is so harmless, but it gives people a boost in confidence in themselves. But I know that for a lot of people, they're so paranoid and threatened by that, because nowadays people marry for love and they want everything from the one person, which I think is unhealthy. Like, you can't expect your partner to fulfill every single thing.
And be your lover, your best friend, your therapist, your counsellor, like your support system, your emotional needs, like literally everything.
It's like they have to be a comedian, they have to be incredible in bed, they have to be listening to you 24/7, they also have to be like the best parent ever, they also have to be like, there's so much pressure.
Imagine like just like you pick one person, like, right, you have to be all of these things. You just like pull out a big long list. It's like, it just doesn't work.
I'm gonna go through a list now and see if we agree on, are these things cheating or not cheating, right? Is it cheating if your partner goes for a drink or for a coffee or something with someone that they're attracted to, or, you know, that they fancy?
I feel like so would that be like, would you know that they're attracted to this person?
This is the thing. Like I think it more comes down to, have they told you about it?
Yes.
Or have they asked you how you feel about it? To me, that's where like the cheating or not cheating thing comes in.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's a thing where I was just talking to a friend and they were like, oh, did you know that he went for coffee with so-and-so and all, and he never mentioned it, I would definitely kind of be like, I'd feel not betrayed necessarily, but I'd be losing trust, I think.
If you think about it, just say that happened, you'd be like, but why didn't he tell me? You know what I mean? So it's like, why did he feel the need he had to hide that from me? I feel like that's where...
Because me and my partner tell each other absolutely everything, so if he suddenly changed into something like that, I think I would be like, you know, and in the past, that was a big thing with exes. Yeah. Well, a couple of exes anyway, like not filling me in on what they were doing, or constantly like having text conversations with someone and never just kind of going, oh, I'm just messaging so-and-so. It's that reassurance.
Yes, I agree.
It's just so appreciated.
That's what I've had, So if your partner gives their number to somebody that they're attracted to,
why are they giving that person their number? What does the person need the number for?
If they're attracted to somebody, they'd only be giving them their number for a reason, wouldn't they?
Oh, I don't know.
Because like the word like when you say attracted, that means like you're proper like really like attracted to somebody. You know what I mean?
Say if you were on a holiday and you got chatting to a girl or a guy on a night out and they were like easy on the eye and they asked you for your number and you had a partner back home.
No, you give them. Oh right, okay, yeah.
No, you give them.
I'd be like, why?
No. I'm saying, would you feel like you were cheating?
I wouldn't. It would feel wrong because like, why am I giving them my number if I've got a partner at home? Why does this the only reason I'd feel like they'd want my number is to follow up and for us to maybe go on a date or do something. What do you think?
Because like, you know, when you're coming into a new relationship and you're just kind of dating and stuff like that. Like my partner and I were dating for like 4 months before we were official, and during that time, like there was certain people that I was like still chatting to and all, and I remember they're just like kind of overnight almost there just being a day where I felt weird going forward, kind of replying to
other people,
certain people, people, because I knew that there was kind of a sexual undertone. To me, it's like a combination of the secretive nature, then having like an emotional bond or like really liking each other's personalities, and then a sexual element as well. Like, I don't know, but there, you know, some people are like asexual and there's some people who are aromantic, like, so cheating, that's just what it means to me.
This is just us. This is not us saying like, this is the definition. Is there any more? Give me some more.
If your partner was out with you and ran into certain people and they acted like you were just friends and that you weren't more than that.
I get him or her and I go,
the noise in your nail.
No, like that. Like, I would just be there like why? Why? Because I feel like they'd only in front of certain people, so that obviously means maybe they're still having a little thing with these certain people, or they don't want these people to know because maybe they say no. Yeah,
it's kind of like as if they're keeping those people as like maybe possibilities. Yeah. And I don't know, that just would feel very...
That's not like, even a question.
Why can't people just have more open communication on these things? Like, it sounds easy in theory, I know. And I know it's harder to like actually do, but why can't we all just say what we're thinking and feeling and doing?
Because this generation is fucked.
Speak about your own generation, excuse you. I am... what is it? I'm a millennial. You're Gen Z.
Yeah. If your partner falls asleep in somebody else's bed...
When... no... Yeah.
Why?
if they told me, I'd be fine with that. If they told me about it, genuinely would be fine with it.
But is it fall asleep or fall asleep?
I would be more so questioning, why are they in a situation where they're alone with a girl and they have to sleep in her bed and they can't sleep on the floor or in the bath or in the bin
or leave
or anywhere. Would you be okay with that?
I'd be the same as you. Yeah. If they told me, like, fine, but like, again, why are you putting yourself in a position like that? Sleep in the bin.
When you're talking about how you feel about something versus like if they've actually done nothing wrong, do you know what I mean? Because us as human beings, we can get really annoyed and jealous over nothing, and it's up to us to not act on that. Like, it's not the other person's fault, really. Like, if something...
But it's the communication again. You've got to communicate this.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I'm
really
getting
is.
all like... Ugh.
If, say, for example, my partner was at a party and the night ended and the next day he was kind of like, oh, yeah, me and so-and-so slept in this bed, but nothing happened, and it was blah, 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 and we just fell asleep, and this, that, and the other, like, and he'd tell me that, I would be fine about it,
Yeah,
but I
same.
think I would be secretly kind of like...
But,
And I know he'd be the same, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, defo.
If that was me and I was a teenager and I found out that my boyfriend slept in a girl's bed, I wouldn't even listen to him. I would just be like, nope, you're done.
If your partner kisses somebody once.
When they're drunk, when they're sober.
When they're drunk.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Anything
Cheating?
acting... Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like,
What have they told you?
it's still cheating, but it would be up to me to kind of like forgive that if I want. If I
it's obviously cheating.
If you choose to forgive it, do you know what I mean? This is where the lines are so blurry. If you imagine in detail kissing someone else, this is when I knew my last long-term relationship was over, because I was always fantasizing about different other people. I would go for a walk or go exercising or something, and I would be imagining in great details kissing and, you know, sleeping with someone else, and it felt so, you know, real, and like, to me that's so bad. Like, is that not as bad or worse?
Well, I think that's a sign that things aren't, you know what I mean, like starting to kind of...
Did your watch just fall off? She just kept talking.
What was we
You're
saying?
saying it's a sign.
Oh yeah, I feel like when that's happening, like, that's a huge sign that, you know what I mean, you obviously don't want to be with that person anymore.
I don't know, because like
I feel like that's just like that is the start of cheating. Like, if you're like in great detail, constantly imagining having sex or sleeping with or kissing or whatever other people.
Yeah, like I do
over
that
that
part though. I often like...
I know.
This is a really weird thing.
I know what you do.
I imagine like Thomas kissing other girls that I find attractive, but I always tell him, and he's always kind of like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
like,
you're really
but I don't know why I do that. I don't know if it's like a little bit of sadomasochism, or if it's like if I just but that's a weird thing that I do. But I think saying it out loud like that, so a kiss on a dance floor, like drunk, and then you tell your partner. Because when I was single, I remember those kind of kisses, and they're so crap.
Oh, stop.
They're just so crap, like, and that versus like you constantly like fantasizing with someone else and getting really hyper obsessive.
It's
about
worse,
someone.
yeah.
So what? I just want to know like what you guys think of as cheating, because if I found out my partner, and a lot of the time someone's not going to tell you that.
No, a lot of the time.
If they're fantasizing about someone, like, how do you, like, that's one level.
Like, they're never going to know, because they're never going to get in my head. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, why would I tell them?
Yeah, people who are bad with communication are not going to bring that up.
No.
It's never been easier to cheat than it is nowadays, and it's also very, very hard to keep a secret.
Yes.
You know, people suss things out very, very quick. And I would like to pass the question off to you. Have you ever, by your definition of cheating, cheated on someone?
No. I've been cheated on.
Yeah, same.
Samesies.
I think, but then, you know, going back to like, you know, liking someone else, really wanting someone else while with one person. Nearly everyone I chat to, though, talks about this, about how, like, monogamy in the past would mean one person for life. This is something Esther Perel says as well, and nowadays monogamy means one person at a time.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm monogamous in all my relationships.
Yeah.
Excuse you. It's like people snub their nose at people who have like slightly open relationships or are polyamorous or whatever kind of thing. But I genuinely think a lot of people are trying that on to see if that kind of solves the problem of just these constant mini relationships. Because as humans, like we're pair bonding. We pair bond as a species, and we love having that special someone to just kind of snuggle at night and talk to about our day. But then we also don't want to have to stop looking elsewhere. How are you about liking other girls' or boys' Instagram pictures?
Oh no, like when I was younger, I used to have a problem with that, but that doesn't bother me now because I just feel like that's just our whole generation, like, is online. So it's like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, if anything, they've looked at that photo for 2 seconds. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
like,
I the reason that I kind of started being okay with it is because I realised when I scroll down Instagram, I will like a bunch of pictures.
But you never sit there being like, oh my god, that girl Sarah, she looked so fit today. Oh,
yeah, you're
like,
not.
you never do that.
You're not walking around the rest of the day thinking about that picture and then going to bed, or like having sex with your partner just thinking about. How do you feel though about commenting on pictures, like compliments? Or
no, I don't agree with that.
What about send like private DMs with someone that there could be a potential for something to happen, like for them to be having private DMs and not telling you?
No, because they're hiding it from me for a reason.
Bitch, just talk about it. People cheat, and even happy people cheat. Cheating is something that's just universal. I'm sure nearly everyone watching this video has some experience with cheating. Please feel free to leave comments.
It's just so sad.
Like,
how sad is that?
Well, this is, I don't know, it's sad.
We're all fucked.
No, but like, if you think about it, loads of people who've been cheated on have also cheated themselves. I know loads of girls and men
I know,
who've cheated.
It's just sad that that's the way it is.
I know.
It's like, why can't you just leave?
Why can't...
Like, if you don't want to be with somebody, or you want to be with somebody else, why can't you just leave? Like, if you're not happy, just get out. Like, that's what infuriates me. It's like, why are you staying with somebody when you obviously... You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if you really, really, really want other people and you're actively seeking out sex with other people and looking for emotional... You know, it's easier said than done in some situations. If someone's married and has children and a house...
It actually causes more problems cheating than leaving with... Like, it causes so much... Like, it's like, right, when they don't know, it's easy probably. But as soon, like, it's always going to come out. Like, these things always come out. And when it comes out, you've just dug yourself into 10 times of a bigger hole than it would have been originally. And you're just causing yourself grief and pain for no reason, like.
And it affects your next relationship as well, I think. Like, I know... quite a few couples actually who got together and both of them had cheated at the beginning, and then when they were together they were kind of like, oh, like, are you going to cheat on me because I know you've done it before? Like, that kind of will stay in your head, and like I know that would be the case for me anyway. All can be avoided if you just talk and openly communicate. And and I think as well we shouldn't have such rigid boundaries. Like, I know for some people they need that, but I do think kind of being a bit understanding that, like, your partner is not ever only going to have eyes for you. Like, they can easily be, like, physically attracted
Humans
to
just
someone.
look. That's what we do.
Yeah, but it's just a looking. That's all it is.
That's what I mean.
If that's all it is. If there's emotional connection, if there's sexual chemistry, if they're hanging out without you. Yeah. So that was our little chat about cheating. We want to know, have you been cheating on? Did you cheat? Why did you cheat?
What happened?
Is your trust smashed?
Mine is.
Are you trying to repair it?
I am.
We filmed the video over on Jessie's channel as well. It was a lot less serious than this video. We were prank calling
in sick to jobs we don't have.
We'll
both, say no more.
We were sweating. I'm soaking still from the...
we need to shower.
Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you again in another collab very soon.
Yes.
Bye guys. Bye.